Let's talk about monitoring now. So the benefit of deploying application using Lambda is that you no need to worry about monitoring your servers, your operating system, your malwares. You need to concentrate only the monitoring and troubleshooting of your application. So the easiest way of monitoring your application for Lambda is CloudWatch Log. CloudWatch Log automatically captures all the logs for the application and generate the matrices which you can use to analyze your application. Let's now have a look what different type of matrices CloudWatch provides. So using the CloudWatch, you can see how many invocation for your Lambda function happens. You can even check how much duration the Lambda function has taken. It will tell you the minimum duration or the maximum duration or the average duration as well. You can also see the success rate of your Lambda function execution. It will also tell you how much throttling is happening at your function level. It will also tell you your dead letter queues which you have defined, how many errors have happened in that. So these kind of general matrices are available which you can use to monitor your function and find out the root cause of the problem. But CloudWatch has a limitation that it will tell you only at the function level what is happening, right? So if you see the duration of the function, it will tell you the total duration it has taken for the whole function to execute. But what if you want to know a little more about the downstream systems, how downstream resources, how much execution time it has taken by your other AWS resources. So let's suppose if you make a call from Lambda function to S3 to put the object, or you have called to the DynamoDB to create the record in database. How much time S3 or DynamoDB has taken to do that particular job? So that cannot be checked through the CloudWatch, and for that X-ray has been introduced. So this service, what it does is it basically helps you to double click on the Lambda function and then tell you what exactly is happening at different level. So let's look at the service map. So what this service map does is it will tell you when the invocation happens to your Lambda function, it this is the Lambda service and this is the function. So this how much time the Lambda service has taken, how much time the Lambda function has taken, and then it is made to one S3 bucket call to retrieve the image, and then it has made the call to the another S3 bucket to put the image over there. Now if you double click on that, it will tell you the traces of that execution what is happening. So let's go to the traces of that. So here if we come, now if you see, this is the whole function execution time, which is 342 millisecond it has taken. Now it will go to the next level. It will go to this S3 bucket call where it has taken 110 millisecond to retrieve the object from this bucket Rajesh Lambda function. Now another 198 milliseconds has been taken by the another call to the S3 to put the object to the new bucket Rajesh Lambda function mode. So that way you can know how your each downstream service is behaving, and you can figure out which one is taking more time. As we discussed, CloudWatch logs will automatically capture the logs and put the matrices around it. But for X-ray, you have to enable it manually. How to enable it is that in console, you have to enable this active tracing flag so that it knows that Lambda has access to X-ray to put the logging information over there. The next thing what we have to do is at the code level, when we are initializing any resource, it should be wrapped around that X-ray SDK core. So what we have to do is just import this library and then capture the AWS resources around it, and what are the instances will be initialized with that object will now enable the X-ray logging. So here I have put the AWS object wrapping around with the X-ray SDK core library, and now S3's object which I am using will always have a X-ray logging enabled, and that's the reason we were able to see the S3 was able to tell us that how much time it is taking to retrieve the object and put the object. Now, one thing we need to keep in mind while enabling the logs for the Lambda, that when you are logging any information in Lambda, it will also add up the your compute time. So we have to be very careful while putting logging information in Lambda, because more the compute time, more it will take the execution time and it will cost you more. What you what is the best practice is that you enable the logging level through the environment variables. So in environment variables, you can define your log level like this, and in your code, you can put the condition if the logging level is debug or if it is error. Based on that, you should log the information. So based on that, you can control uh, your logging. Okay, what all the information you want to log. So it is good to have logging level as debug or info in your development environment, but in production, better to keep it as a error log so that you log only the limited information and it will reduce your execution time. So these are the two monitoring tools has been available by the AWS, and that can help you to troubleshoot your application.